Now same thing now you transplant to your experience. Every time, every hour, every day, every year, every 10 years, you have gained experience. But there are two types of experience you have gained. The good experience, the means, the good thing which you can continue to use in the future, the good part, which is sustainable. And one other part of experience, bad cholesterol, equivalent, is something which is relevant for that time, 2014 only, or 2014 October economics, or stock exchange, whatever is relevant to that particular time. So that experience which is relevant to a specific time is obsolete. Is obsolete. That other part of the HTL, the good experience of every time you are experiencing in the life, every hour, every day, every week, every month, good part of that experience will be sustainable. Now, I verify this statement with this case study. Fortune 500 companies, how many percentage of these companies disappear from the list every year? Any guess? 500 companies, Fortune 500 companies, the top 500 in terms of revenue, they exist in 2014, let us say June. Next year in June 2015, out of these 500 companies, how many companies would not appear in this list? New companies would have come. How much percentage? I don't have exact feeling. I cannot tell you. But I would say substantial amount of companies, 20 to 25%. I don't know exactly, but they used to say every 2 years, 1/3 companies disappear. I don't know that figure, but it's not so important to know those figures. But 1/4, 1/3, 1/5 companies disappear. Why do they disappear? A and B, based on my own experience profile. Something which they have made money, something for which, through which they have increased the top line, something which is relevant to that 2014 business case, customer case, like Infosys, how is happening now? That they have not changed. They thought the same thing what they did now will be applying next year. And it does not apply. The good cholesterol can apply, the bad cholesterol will not apply. Because bad cholesterol is with reference to that particular environment. They think that will survive, it does not survive, and they disappear. Same thing here. If you say 40 years of experience, what does it mean in government bureaucracy? 40 years of your experience as a Secretary to Government of India means nothing to me. What it means is how many tough decisions you have taken during your tenure. Because those tough decisions is sustainable. Just by please speak is not sustainable. I think this is something which we have to do more research. In fact, we would like to work with you to see the validity of what we do and its validity in time to come. So the projects means to throw something forward. So everything we are doing is for the future. Whether it's a marketing, HR, system, IT, anything we are doing, everything we are doing is, so everything is a project. Social projects, creating toilets, making cleanliness of the streets and the offices, no clutter of papers, future. Now you are taking action to have clean situations. So this is very important. This makes everything, what Professor Mishra said, project and risk, this is the beginning of project-oriented society, POS, project-oriented society. If you have to be here, whatever you do, listen, even listening is a project. Whether you're listening with concentration or not, or your mind is roaming around, you have failed in the project. If your mind is roaming around, you have failed in the project. You're not listening rightly. So I think this is very, very important. Projects, therefore, are undertaken to build future as an integral part of a strategy. You may be strategy management guru, but strategy management has no meaning unless through projects you implement your strategy. Having a theoretical knowledge on a strategy is no good, is dangerous. Ladies and gentlemen, strategies must be implemented through projects. I'm showing that slide to you. And this is basic truth, and there cannot be argument on that. Somebody may say it's a dictatorial way of saying it. No. Sometimes if Gita is true, and similarly that is also true, which is validated by thousands of people worldwide. Now, projects create value because future must create value. And you are working for the future. Therefore, you must take the value. Setting up a great place here is a value creation. You are able to sit today here. Continuous improvement will come, Kaizen. It will come. Don't expect utopia now. Anybody who expects utopia now without following Kaizen is ready to go to asylum, mental asylum. Because there is nothing utopia. Continuously we have to break. Journey of human race is continuous. We have to improve ourselves. We are water flowing in a river with that energy. We are not in a pure pond. We are not chandeliers, which is utopia. Human race is dynamically changing. Therefore, sustainable future. When Professor Mishra was saying means and ends, he was mentioning this while we were going to his office, that Gandhiji believed in that. What was so great thing, I quote Professor Mishra saying, he believed in both means and ends. What process do we follow to receive the end? So sustainable. Our action must be sustainable. Truth is sustainable. Giving your ideas in a modest way is sustainable. Psychophancy is not sustainable. In India, psychophancy is considered, in Vedas, psychophancy, Professor Mishra is here, but I have not read any Vedas, I have not read Upanishad, I am illiterate. When I surrender my PMA position, I will start becoming a nursery student of these great epics. But what I hear from my interaction is that in Vedas, psychophancy is considered vice, is a bad thing. Chamchagiri, bad thing. तुलसीदास ने भी यूज किया है, निंदक नेरे राखिए. Have critical persons next to you who will clean your mind. Negative feedback. I did my Masters of Engineering in Control Systems. And my first lecture, 501, professor was from MIT, H.W. Smith, very great professor. And the first lecture in September, we found what he taught us was negative feedback is necessary for the stability of the system. If you do not have negative feedback, system will not be stable. Any system in the universe. So Tulsidas' quotation matches this very well. Future is uncertain. The best way to control future is to create it. Now this is the second slide, which you kindly look into it very carefully. Projectum, and after projectum, the second slide, which is very, very important for you, it will change your future for sure, is this slide. There are two things necessary for every living being: plant, animals, and human beings. Those two things are A, number one, survival, and two, progeny, procreation, reproduction of same kind, so that it can continue. The universe can continue with the same kind of plants and animals and human beings. These two are ingredients to living beings. Now, if those two things are ingredients, DNA, part of any living being, this slide which you see now is the important on that. Initiation, planning, organization, implementation, control. You have to have control, otherwise it can be out of control. And then close out, finishing the project, finishing that, let's say my program at 12:30 or 1 o'clock, it will be finished. These 6 processes are inbuilt into your neural network. And you know how many neurons you have in your mind? Make a guess. How many neurons you have in your mind? Neurons, the basic ingredient of a brain. Neurons. Any guess? जोर से बोलिए एक आदमी. How many neurons you think you have? समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. 1 million, 2 million, 10 million? 100 million estimated. 100 million neurons in every human being's mind. You may not use it. People with lower, they don't have that privilege to use it. They are unfortunately lower state of the society. In my opinion, it will not be the economic parity which will be differentiating the nations from prosperous nation to the poor nations. In my visualization, it will be 125 crores, 1250 million into 100 million. You're talking about 1250 million. Divide by 100 or multiply by 100 million neurons. Imagine 10 to the power 12, 10 to the power 15. Those are the neurons available in India. Out of this large 10 to the power 15 neurons or 10 to the power 18 neurons, how much are we using? A villager will be using very less. A beggar must not be using much except begging. So the exploitation of the society will be based on how much energization you have made of the human assets with you. I'm not including animals and plants. I don't know about them. So therefore, these neurons, which is built into your mind, how to exploit them is the 6 processes. It is built subconsciously in you, subconsciously. You see a tiger, I'm not in the caveman's age, but I'm very sure when a person in a caveman with his wife and 1 or 2 kids, with all the kind of things, hammer, whatever little bit he developed, when he sees something unfriendly animal, he will feel like survival. He will do some fire, do something, do here, do there. He will initiate survival. He will plan for it, make no noise, or show some fire, or do this, do that. I don't know. I'm visualizing. He will plan, he will implement his ideas, organize, implement, and control, close out. Maybe one person might have been swallowed by the unfriendly animal. Lessons learned. What not to do next time. Society has been built on one factor for survival and for future is lessons learned, what to do and what not to do. Therefore, when we talk about this in the afternoon, risk management, that's what I'm going to cover more, that those societies where they don't do any mistake at all, every government officers, every public sector or private sector, everybody says, I have done no mistakes, every faculty member says, I have done the best, those will not survive. Let the sun stop shining. Those societies will not survive. They are playing against the natural law. Natural law is to learn from what to do and what not to do. What not to do is also important. Lessons learned. So therefore, if you do lessons learned here, there could be vigilance inquiry against you. Therefore, you say, I have done nothing wrong. Imagine the children, if you don't allow them to fall down 100 times, they will not get up and start running. They will all be handicapped children. You have to carry them with you on your shoulder because they don't know how to walk. You have not allowed them to fall. You cannot allow them to do mistakes. You don't allow them to do this kind of risk of falling down. We parents have always said, no problem. Please get up. Kuch nahi hua. Get up. We encourage people. Why not the same sentiments are available in the business, in the governance? Encourage people, let them take decisions. And lessons learned from the decisions. Rather than witch hunting. Why did you do a wrong decision? No difference. This is again, I'm going to talk what is happening since 1989 till now, 25 years, is that this subconscious process is now becoming conscious process. Last line says, major transformation from subconscious to conscious level through methodology and processes. That is the change. Project management is the oldest discipline, subconsciously, oldest. And today, now that oldest discipline is forming into structures. More than 100 universities in China giving master's degree in project management, 2 years course. Average size is 50 people. More than 100 universities in China are giving Bachelor of Science in Project Management, 3-year course, average size 100. You imagine these kind of things. Same thing in UK, there are a lot of universities, but not in comparison to China. China is number 1 in the world in terms of education in project management. Even America cannot match China in this area. George Washington has master's degree, some universities in US. I'm leaving tomorrow night to George Washington University, very good program. We have tied up with them, extremely good master's degree program in project management called MSPM. In fact, I will be working closely with IPEs to see whether that syllabus or that thing can come to IPE and we can create a master's degree or some diploma, some kind of work. George Washington is very prestigious, and I will be discussing with Professor Mishra and his colleagues to see what can be done, because we need to bring the best education at the senior level. So this is the key, 25 years old formal discipline, and is growing exponentially in the developed nations. Alstom, Thales, Shell, presentation which we hear in the IPMA Congress, 29th, 30th September, 1st October in Rotterdam. They're all saying we are moving towards building people, HR competency, project managers competency. Every competency should be based on project management. Competency based, IPMA 4-level competency. All the 3 companies I mentioned to you are using mapping of IPMA competency. Not knowledge, but competency. So this is the direction. The world is moving very fast, but India, we are not moving as much as we should.